first is looking at your life history and finding out what happened to you.
Okay.
There is, when I looked at my life in
Mhm.
this span kind of flat objectively, because when you're in it, it just feels like this is normal. I
Mhm.
can't tell you how many people come to me and say, oh, well, this is normal. Everybody deals with this.
Mhm.
No, it's
Mhm.
not. The stuff that I went through, that's not normal. And that caused developmental trauma that impacted the way that my brain was developed.
Okay. Okay.
Not an excuse for poor behavior,
Mhm.
but an understanding why marriage after marriage failed, why this,
Mhm.
why I struggled in relationships,
Mhm.
why I was anxious one minute and avoided another minute. It helped me understand that. So, understanding that. And another theme that was overarching is the shame that I felt throughout my life. And shame has, it's ingrained in me. It's like this part of me that I'm constantly trying to prove that I'm good enough. And so,
Why be somebody else when I can be me? Why be somebody else when I can be me? You're already taken, cause I'm in the making. Cause I'ma be me, I'ma be me, I'ma be me. Yes, sir. I'm so good at being good. There it is. Hey, 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 family. Welcome to the Hear My Heart show. I am so very grateful that you are here with me and my VIP tonight. The Hear My Heart show is where we pull back the curtain and drop the titles and nothing about any titles, and we're going to get real about life. Going to get real about faith and everything in between. I am your host, Coach Tiffany. I am a wife, life coach, and your favorite saint with a little bit of sass on the side. And nevertheless, this is the space where hearts speak and hope is restored. Every week, we sit down with incredible guests who share their stories, their struggles, and their wisdom to remind you, yes, you, that you are seen, you are loved, and you are never alone. So I'm going to beg of thee to grab your drink, grab a journal, maybe even a tissue or two, because baby, it's about to get real good. So we about to jump in. I do got my water over here and I got some tissue. Okay. So it's about to get good. I got a wonderful VIP with me tonight. And she is a ball of energy. I love her energy. I love what she stands for. And I love talking to her. She is so super informative. And I think she's fabulous. And I know you're going to feel she's fabulous too. So I am about to bring to the stage my VIP, Miss Eleanor.
hello.
How you feeling, honey?
Oh, I am feeling great today.
That is good. So I want to know one thing. I mean, I want to know several things, but there's one thing. It is really pressing me, and I'm nosy. I got questions. Ready to answer?
I'm ready.
Question I want to know is, what are you thankful for?
For me today, I am most thankful for physical therapy.
Come
I
through.
have been in physical therapy for quite some time,
Mhm.
and I have had an issue, little baby issue with my shoulder. I had
Okay.
frozen shoulder,
Ooh.
and frozen
So how do
shoulder.
you unthaw it though? You said frozen. So
It
can you?
was, yeah, it was 100% frozen. I had like I can move it maybe 35 degrees in one way, and the other ways were even more limited.
Wow.
Um, so physical therapy is the go-to. Surgery is not necessarily the best, but physical therapy has been super helpful. I can now lift my arm almost all the way up, and
We're
that's
gonna go
not
back to
something I could do before. So I'm very thankful for that.
Oh, I had to tell God, thank you for you. I am grateful for movement because that feels good. Could you do one of those little numbers?
Yeah. Oh
Really?
yeah. Oh
Were
yeah.
you able to do that though?
No, not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. It hurt so much that
Mhm.
even the touch, but it was hypersensitive to even touch. So, in church where everybody wants to give hugs,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
people would come up and give me hugs, and I would be like, oh,
Get off me.
yeah, yes, it was,
Really?
yeah, it was,
I would probably be that person that would annoy you because I am super touchy feely, believe it or not. And so I'm going to see you. And you would have to tell me quick, no, don't do it.
yeah. Mhm.
My
Yeah.
mother-in-law is that she's like she's not big on hugs. So when me and her first met, I said, hey, now I real normally ask first, can I touch you? Just before I jump over and just be like touchy feely. I
Yeah.
don't want to ever make anybody uncomfortable. So I normally say, hey, I'm a touchy feely person. Can I hug you? Are you okay? So I normally do ask first. So I did that to my mother-in-law and I was like, can I hug you? And she was like, yeah, I guess so. But then she told me afterwards, she was like, I'm really not a hugger. But every time she sees me now, she knows that's what I do. So she's like, hey, come here. And I'm like, you want to hug me? Wait a minute. Oh,
That's so precious. I love that.
I absolutely love. So it makes me feel comfortable though that she stepped, and that's what blessed my life. She stepped out of her comfort zone to make me comfortable. And that was super amazing to me. I was just like, wow, I felt seen. Like, okay, with that, you're going to do something that's not comfortable for you to make me comfortable. That was a super blessing, like for me. And now she's cool with hugging.
Okay. So, yeah.
So tell us so much about all of what you do. Tell us about you.
Well, I am a licensed professional counselor, and so I get to work with people day in and day out, and I really enjoy that. I'm also an author, and those 2 books back there, they're kind of right here. I always have them closed.
Good.
But these books were an inspiration, literally from God. He woke me up in the middle of the night one night and told me to put scripture to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And if you don't know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs are, it basically says if I don't have food, water, shelter, I'm not okay. Safety, security is the second layer. And then you go into love and belonging, then esteem needs, and then what Maslow calls self-actualization. And I call the fruits of the spirit. But I was like, why? I mean, literally, why? Why are you telling me to get up and write this book? And it took me about a week. I finally got up. Well, I didn't know it was write this book. I was just putting scripture to Maslow's hierarchy. And then I did it, and I'm like, okay, well, that was a good 2 weeks worth of research and finding out how God meets our needs at every level. He meets our physical needs, our need for rest, our need for, all of the things that we need physically, and then our safety and security, and he's our refuge, and he cares about these very basic fundamental needs. And really, it was such an exploration with God. And then fast forward, and I meet a publisher that helps me write this book. And she says, well, we need to put your story in this book. And I'm like, I'm a therapist and we really don't do that. And, I've been through some things and I don't necessarily want that out there in this world. She says, just trust me. Just trust me. Let's do the recordings. Let's throw some words in here and see if you like it. So they go and they do what they do with it and come back, and I'm reading the things that she and I had said in this, and it makes me cry.
Wow.
And
it touches you. That's a beautiful thing. I promise you, like to read your own work and can be blessed by that. Listen here, like, okay, where do we find this book at?
So it is not on Amazon.
Okay. But
it is on my website, eleanorbrowncounseling.com. And I have a couple of local places. I'm at the Charming Haven for people that are in Central Texas, but it is on my website. And is there another site? No, it's just my website. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you drive traffic to your website, baby.
Yeah,
the website is again what?
eleanorbrowncounseling.com.
Okay, good stuff.
Absolutely.
That is good. Keep
Yeah.
telling me about this better way though. So
Yeah.
how do
Okay. Absolutely. So the thing when I wrote the book, I had to write a foreword, and as I was writing this foreword, um, what came to me is that I've been doing life a certain way,
Okay.
and when it's like I was in a space where I was trying to hold my Christianity apart from what I do physically as a therapist.
Mhm.
And I was trying to hold these things apart. And there were other things. I was trying to um, you know, do this Christian walk, but there is a better way than the way that we've been doing things. And that's literally how God dropped it in my spirit. There's a better way than the way you've been doing things in the past.
Wow.
And that's how a better way was born.
Wow. What is one of your favorite chapters, if you have a favorite in your book?
That one is such a hard one. There is, I
Would
don't,
it depend on the day?
it might.
Okay.
There's there's two overarching themes in the book that really speak to me more than anything. The first is looking at your life history and finding out what happened to you.
Mm,
Uh,
okay.
there is, when I looked at my life in the span kind of flat objectively, because when you're in it, it just feels like this is normal. I
Mhm.
can't tell you how many people come to me and say, oh, well, this is normal. Everybody deals with this.
Mhm.
No, it's
Mhm.
not. The stuff that I went through, that's not normal. And
Hey,
that
real
caused,
quick before we dive deeper into this conversation, if you're feeling what you're hearing, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe. I mean, why keep all this encouragement to yourself? These details matter. So go ahead, bless your feet.
through, that's not
Come on.
normal. And that caused developmental trauma that impacted the way that my brain was developed.
Okay. Okay.
Not an excuse for poor behavior,
Mhm.
but an understanding why marriage after marriage failed, why this, why I struggled in relationships, why I was anxious one minute and avoided another minute. It helped me understand that. So understanding that. And another theme that was overarching is the shame that I felt throughout my life. And shame it's ingrained in me. It's like this part of me that I'm constantly trying to prove that I'm good enough.
Okay.
And so I write a lot about shame. I write blogs about shame. I wrote a shame quiz to help people understand, do I deal with shame? And you would be surprised. I can't tell you how many clients have taken this quiz. Oh, I don't deal with shame. And that scored like in the very almost extreme levels of that's how much they deal with shame.
With the shame, is this on your website or is this like something that you have? Like, how do we get it? How much do you charge to find
So
out what this quiz is?
right, the quiz is absolutely free.
Okay.
You just have to give your email address. It's just a way of kind of seeing, because I want people to know, because that's part of the, if I don't know, how do I do better? How can I change things? If I understand that this is shame speaking and this is not the truth, then I can step into the truth of what God is saying about me. And that's where my healing really started, is when I started stepping into the truth of who God really says I am. I still struggle with shame. I'm not perfect. I'm not all the way there yet, and it's less, and I can identify it. I can say, oh, I see you. I know what you are.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Mhm.
so the shame quiz is free. And I do have a shame workbook, and that's under $10. It's $9.75. So it's super inexpensive, because I want to get these resources in people's hands. And they're all on my website. And the shame quiz, I've got several blogs that I talk about it, and the shame quiz is littered all throughout. The email sign up is littered all throughout.
Okay. So when you see shame,
Mhm.
what is something that you do to combat that? Like, because I mean, there's a lot of times they will see shame. I know for me, there's a lot of things that I'm shameful for, and
Yeah.
sometimes it it'll creep up on me and it'll sit like right there.
Oh yeah.
And I don't care how much I look at it, you know, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm done dusted that off, but it just still wants to sit there and rest. What is something that you do to?
Well, there's a few different things. The first thing is I have to identify it. I have to name it. You really have to name it to tame it. You have to,
That's cute.
yeah. And you have to name it to tame it. You have to feel it to heal it. You have to, I have to, yeah, this is shame. This is what I'm dealing with. And this hurts. And I can't hide from that. A lot of times shame needs secrecy, almost like under the veil of the night, you know, it needs secrecy to really thrive. But when you expose it out loud to a trusted friend, not everybody is safe, but to a trusted friend, you start to heal that part of you. And that trusted friend can be Jesus. I mean, I don't have any friends. Do you have Jesus? So, you know,
Right.
it just really, it's the, I have to get it out of here, because it's when it's in here. How many times do we process things out loud? I'm an out loud processor. When I hear it out loud and I see it out here, I'm just like, oh, well, that made more sense in my head, but I see that really didn't make sense
at all. Amazing when you talk something out. You're absolutely, in my head, I done processed it. I know exactly how it's going to go. I got the beginning, the middle, and the ending, and it's about to do it. And the minute I talk out that plan, that don't sound good. Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
So, I mean, that's so important. We got to get it out into the light, and we have to combat it with truth.
Yeah.
You know, this may be what I'm feeling right now, but is this a feeling or is this reality? And, you know, our feelings are valid, but they aren't truth. And we have to understand that.
Feelings are fleeting.
Yes. So scientists have said that a feeling will last 7 seconds.
Oh, wow. Come on, 7 seconds.
But our mind reinforces it and makes it bigger, because we don't just allow ourselves to feel it. You got to feel it to heal it. So you have to feel it and let it pass. One of the things I love most is mindfulness. My clients hear about it immediately. And in the Christian world, we have these things that mindfulness, that's a Buddhist concept, or that's a this, or that's a that, you know, that's not safe. No, that's why are we giving ground to the enemy? This is something that God meant for us to have healing. You know, the past has happened, and there are things that need to be healed for. The present is coming, and there are things that need to be prepared for. But we don't live in either one of those places. And if we can be mindful and live in the moment and allow ourselves to feel the things that we're feeling so that they'll pass, and we can just be present, grounded in the present.
Oh, that is powerful. I get you. Wait. Say your statement one more again. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Something about the present and we're living in the you probably don't.
No. So the past has already happened.
It's already
things that we have to heal.
Yeah.
We absolutely do. We have things we have to heal. The present is coming. I mean, the future is coming, and we have to prepare for it. We have to. However, we live in the present. I mean, and if we think about it, it's God's presence present to us, and it's His presence, and we're in the present moment, and we need to be grounded in that.
We have to be. That is a gift that we were given, to be present in present tense. Yes. Appreciate the gift of the now and live in it. So, oh, you are so powerful. How did you get like this? Like, what transitioned in your life that makes you feel like you had to, that there was a better way of doing things. Like
Yeah.
you're in your now, you decided
Uh-huh.
to become a therapist, and
Uh-huh.
what happened that made you do this?
Well, all my life,
Mhm.
the things that happened to me from a very early age,
Okay.
the the PG-13 version is in the book, but basically, trauma started before I was even 5. But my earliest memory of sexual trauma was when I was 5.
Okay.
There were already things. I'd already been in and out of my mom's home and with staying with other family members, and
Okay.
so there was a lot of movement around.
Okay.
Moving too much can cause a child not to have a sense of safety. So
Mhm.
there's already that, and then the other traumas.
Mhm.
So all of these things, in and out of relationships as an adult. Early pregnancy. I was 19, right
Okay.
before. I was 19 when I had my first child,
Okay.
and had 3 children within 5 years,
Mhm.
and in and out. And 4 weeks after my youngest was born,
Okay.
my husband left me, and that was my second husband.
You said 4 weeks?
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Your
Yes.
baby was a month old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
so I was just barely hanging on. But
Okay.
I went back to school. I got a degree in electronics. I was an electronics technician.
Okay.
And then my child was diagnosed with cancer. I was still in and out of bad relationships, but then I had a child diagnosed with cancer, and that just changed my life. I was out of church at that time. I didn't want anything to do with God. Because I had some pretty significant childhood stuff,
Mhm.
and I was like, if He could allow that to happen, I'm done.
Mhm. Forget about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
forget about Him.
Uh-huh.
So my child's diagnosed with cancer. My kids want to go to church because that's probably the only place that they can go. So the little church van would come by and pick them up and take them on Wednesday night. So I'd get rid of 2 of them.
Uh-huh.
Little that's how I felt, was getting rid of them.
Mhm. That's a real thought.
Yeah,
That's
it really
real.
was. Yeah, but
I need a moment. Bye, y'all.
yeah. But and then I would be with the youngest, the middle child, because he couldn't be around people because his immune system was compromised while going through chemo.
Mhm.
Went through a year of that. He gets better, and we're all in church at this time because the kids dragged us all. We're going to church, and I'm really giving my life to God. And I went through a period of time where I tried being in a relationship, and I was still broken.
Mhm.
And then I moved into a relationship. I met my husband,
Okay.
and I was kind of like, this, I don't know about this, because we were a mixed culture,
Okay.
and that was just never something I was around growing up. But it worked because God works everything out, right?
Doesn't he though?
And He really does. And this man taught me that what I had inside of me, and this will make me cry,
Oh.
was worthy. He, it was had God not brought us together, I don't know where I would be. I was functioning.
Sure.
I'd bought a house and I was functioning.
Mhm.
I just felt like God had me at a place where I was finally ready for
Yeah.
this.
Uh-huh.
And He taught me that touch could be safe. He
Yeah.
taught me that because that's one of the things that trauma takes from you is your voice.
Mhm. Mhm.
He taught me to use my voice,
Yeah.
to trust my voice. And
You meant to make me cry because that is so sentimental. I kid you not. It's an amazing feeling. Yes, I love me. Yes, I care about me. But to have an outside source
Mhm,
that sees the value in you, that
mhm.
sees the worth in you,
Uh,
and doesn't want to misuse that,
right,
doesn't want to
right,
abuse that. It sees you and it was like, you're beautiful.
And not only as your exterior beautiful, but I'm talking about, I don't care what, if you have makeup, if you have lashes, if you have your hair done or not, you as a person is beautiful. Yeah, your outward features just, that is an amazing feeling. I kid you not.
Oh
My
yeah,
husband made
absolutely.
me feel that way. So when you're saying that, I'm like, I feel like I want to cry, because to have someone value you,
Mhm.
and it's not like you have to force yourself. See me, this is how I am, and look, hey, you're not forcing it. They're
Right.
like, hey, even
Absolutely.
if you never see, you have a beautiful heart.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it for you.
Uh, I mean, I literally think that the external me looks better than I did 20 years ago.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I
Okay.
know I'm older and, I've got wrinkles and
Girl, bye.
I really do. But, but I feel different.
Yeah.
I do. I feel different. I'm not sick all the time. Trauma,
Yeah.
chronic stress causes all kinds of health issues, and I had them all. Migraines. I mean, I had migraines that lasted weeks, months. Yes, yes. I've had so many health challenges, a lot of gut issues. You see that with people that have the same type of history. I had them all, and and it's the transformation that my husband allowed me to experience God's love.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
and it's like he introduced me to God.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I'm not look I don't, sometimes people might think that, oh, well, you're looking to your husband as your God. No. God is God, and my husband is an instrument, just like we all should be. And he's
Absolutely.
not perfect, but he is pretty darn close.
But he's perfect for you.
Oh, he is 100% perfect for me.
I love that. Oh, that is absolutely a look. You about to get me all mushy. I'm about ready to call my husband. I want to talk to him now. God, I love it. I kid you not. I'm a fan of love. I love love. And
Uh-huh.
when anybody treats somebody well
Mhm.
and they esteem an individual and sees the worth,
Mhm.
it's an amazing feeling. I absolutely love it. Like, I
Absolutely.
want you to see that for yourself, but
Mhm.
when somebody else sees that and you don't
Yes.
have to, oh, that's just a beautiful thing. For you to see God's love in him,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
a beautiful thing. I
Yeah.
love it. I absolutely love it. And so I got a question for you again. Oh, go ahead. No, tell me that. I want to know what you guys say.
So just real quickly, when in attachment theory, what we're finding out more and more is that a lot of the problems that people we have in the mental health field is because of attachment wounding.
Mhm.
And my husband has become my safe place. And when we have a safe attachment, a secure attachment, we can explore and become as the becoming of who I am is because I have that safe space.
How long have you had this safe space?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
How long have you had this safe space?
So we weren't always that safe, that secure. I would say easily 15 years. Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm the slow, it's taken me a while to get out there.
uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
It's okay to be a crock pot. A
yeah.
lot of good things come out that crock pot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Some good flavor.
And I do not mean that in an offensive way. So please do not be offended
No,
when I say I
no,
call you
not
a
at
crock
all. Not at all.
Wait, but that slow cooker, that's what I've just needed it that way. That slow cooker. There's so many. I love cooking a roast. Well, we don't eat like meat like that. We're doing a pescatarian lifestyle. But like when I was making pot roast, the best pot roast came from me using my slow cooker. And
Okay.
even I do my greens in there.
Mhm.
When I
Yeah.
tell you those greens are amazing coming from that crock pot, and my mushroom chicken, listen, those three things there, I promise you that crock pot is a whole ministry. I love it.
Um,
Now I want to go use my crock pot for tomorrow. I don't know what I'm about to make, but I'm using that crock pot tomorrow. I'm just telling you that now. So listen here, you have our ear. The show is called Hear My Heart. You have our ear. Tell us what's on your heart. What are the final words you would like for us to know?
So I think the thing that drives me, my driving force, is this saying that free people. And I've been that hurt person hurting, and I help people move from this life of simply surviving
Mhm.
to a life of fully thriving.
Yeah.
We are stuck in a survival mode, and we God wants us to thrive,
Mhm.
and that's yeah, it's really what I want to help people do, is to help them thrive.
What's a step that we could take to help us thrive?
Well, we have to recognize that just because we're Christian does not mean that there aren't other helps out there. That God gave us the Bible, and He gave us the world.
Mhm.
And just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that therapy can't help. Doesn't mean physical therapy, mental health therapy. A lot of people think that the mental health problems are all in their mind,
Mhm.
and they are. But the fall didn't affect just the physical body, it affected the entire body, mind, body, spirit,
Mhm.
and they all need help.
That's powerful. They all definitely do need help, and they all. I promise you, my therapist was the best. I am an advocate for therapy. I
Yeah,
kid you not. That had it not been for my therapist, I think, of course, had it not been for God, I'm definitely going to be an advocate for God.
yes,
Definitely helped me get through a lot. But he also used my therapist to help me
yeah,
get to the other side of through. Like,
yeah,
I know I was going through it, but I was able to get to the end of it
yeah,
because of therapy. So one thing and every therapist may not be the right one for you. Sometimes, well, oh, I tried therapy, it didn't work for me. That
mhm,
therapist might not have worked for you. It's
yeah,
okay. Do the consultations, and just because you did the consultation and that person was nice, I'm nice and I'm giggly, I'm hee hee ha ha with you, and but you might need somebody that's stern and that's not going to,
yeah,
I need to hear you for real. Sure, I hear you, but everyone has levels, and figure out who's for you and
right,
that's the right fit for you. Just because you tried one doesn't necessarily mean that one's for you. But I promise you, I tried that one and she was phenomenal for me. And
mm,
I'm super grateful for her because she was able to help me walk through that. And she was a Christian.
uh-huh,
So I was grateful for those. So between those two, that's what really helped me,
yeah,
because it wasn't like she was like, denounce your Christianity because it's all of, it was nothing like that. She's giving me scriptures that's based, and it's helping me walk through this. And it's like, you're not alone. God's there with you, and you could definitely get
yeah.
through and walk
That's
through.
one of the Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love this book.
Mhm.
Uh, the Better Way is full of scripture. Both of them, they're full of scriptures that really helps people. And if they really want to get started, the books are a great recognition of, oh, that's what caused that.
Mhm.
That's why I'm stuck here.
Mhm.
And really it helps people understand that these churches that we have sometimes, as platitudes, aren't always helpful.
Okay. Mhm. Is it a part one and a part two for your book? Can you have one without the other, or
You can you can have one without the other. The first book was it was the smaller book, but this one is there's no workbook part of this.
okay?
It's the information. The second book dives a little bit deeper into, so it pulls out some insights from the first book, tells a little bit more about developmental trauma, it gives a few more scriptures, and it gives a 7-day interactive for each week. And it's an 8-week study, because it takes more than 21 days to change a habit. And
Mhm.
so this is really based on working through something for 2 months, and really starting that habit of reflecting and exploring what are some things that need to change, and working on challenging negative beliefs and changing your mindset. The word tells us to renew our mind, and it really helps us do that in a very practical way.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing. How do we reach you?
EleanorBrownCounseling.com is a good way. People can connect to me through my website. I do have a contact me, book a consultation. My
Okay.
books are on the website. I have a lot of blogs. I love writing blogs.
Mhm.
Of course, I'm on Facebook, Eleanor Brown Counseling, and on Instagram. And I kind of sort of played with TikTok a little bit, but it's a little too many things, you know. I, I'm going to be in the pottery studio throwing pottery. I'm not going to mess with TikTok.
I
So,
get you. Me and TikTok have a love-hate relationship. I love TikTok, but I don't feel like TikTok loves me. But then I have moments that if TikTok love me, like yes, it's a love-hate relationship.
yeah.
I have one. You catch me more on Facebook or Instagram before
Yeah.
you will catch me on
Yeah.
on TikTok. So
Yeah.
I get it. I'm super grateful that you decided to stop by and to be our VIP here on the Hear My Heart show. Thank you so much for showing up for you and for us. We needed this.
I really enjoyed this time.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you. Grace and peace, y'all. See you next week.
Bye.
I was getting ready to say, you got to say bye.